It's time for the Northwoods Cooking Show. Starring Uncle Roy and Miss Callie, the troublemaking dog.
Hello and welcome to the Northwoods Cooking Show. I'm your host, Uncle Roy, and today we're going to be making, theme is going to be tilapia and shrimp. So we're going to be making some wonderful summer entrees, sandwiches, etc. for fun and for ease of effort. Tilapia is like a poor man's walleye. So you can use any type of fish you want. You can do pollock, you can do cod, whatever. I just happen to have tilapia. And I just got my fillet here, and we're going to cut this right down the middle, lengthwise first, and then we'll take and go back and do cuts this way, approximately an inch to a half inch. We want to have little small pieces because this is going to go on our po' boy. Now if you want to, you can thaw these out completely. Mine are just semi. But if you thaw them out completely, make sure you take and pat them dry with paper toweling, because it will splatter when you hit the hot oil. And I'm just going to remove this little thin piece off the side there, because I don't need that, because that will get extra crispy burnt almost when you fry it then. So this way, always have nice, tender, bite-sized pieces. Okay, and then I have shrimp here, and I got the tail on. Now, I have, by accident, got the already cooked kind. You want to get the raw kind. You don't want to have them cooked because you're going to deep fry them and they're going to cook. So when I fry these, I just got to be careful and watch them so I don't overcook them, because they're going to cook even more. So you want to make sure you have the raw shrimp. Now I'm got my oil heating up here. And you want it at 350 degrees, which it just is at now. Okay, we've got to get hurry here. And for the beer batter, it's my simple beer batter recipe. I don't know if you remember it or not, but it's very easy. 1-1-1. So we have 1 cup of flour, 1 egg, and 1 cup of beer. And because it is seafood that I'm doing, I got, of course, it has to be Leinenkugels. I mean, there's no doubt, it has to be Leinenkugels. That's all there's to it. There's no question. Falls, Wisconsin, best beer in the world. But I got the Summer Shady. Summer Shandy. And this has a touch of lemon in it. So it's going to complement our seafood, because we want this, with a lemony flavor, because the mayo, the spread for the sandwich, has lemon in it also. So you want to do 1 cup of beer, and just be careful you don't get all foam in there. And let's mix this up. Now with the beer batters too, it's a quick bread category, so you don't want to over mix it either. That's going to activate the gluten, and then you're going to have rubbery batter. So just, give it a couple of swift mixes here with your spoon or wire whisk. Just want to break it up. Now I'm going to put a couple of paper towels in to absorb all the oil. That can go on the bottom there. So I can fold this a little bit better. That'll be work, you know, just a little bit better, and turn that with the folded side down. There, that's much nicer. That'll hold better. Okay. How's my oil doing? I can put that back on the heat. Got down just a titch. Okay. Then on our poor boy, take my bun, big hoagie bun, and we'll cut this in half. I want to cut it. Yeah. I'm just going to cut it down about 3/4 of the way, and then so it has a quick fold in there. And then I can take and just slap a little butter on here. And I'm just going to put this on the, fry this up in the pan just to give it, crisp it up on the grill here. Okay, then put my shrimp or my fish in the batter. Okay, and then we'll just take and fry our fish, mix that in with the batter, and then just shake off any of the excess liquid of the batter. And this will fry up in about 2 or 3 minutes, because since we have small pieces, might even do it quicker. We just want to fry it until it's a nice golden brown. Okay, now these are really nice and golden brown. Ooh, pretty, pretty. Ooh, ooh, ooh. And now as soon as they come out of the fryer, take and sprinkle a little bit of salt on top. And of course, you know I got kosher salt. Sea salt will be good too in this. And then we're just going to pop these in the oven, keep them on a low heat. Just want to keep it warm. And then we'll take and do the shrimp now and put those in the oven when they're done. Okay, so now I have the fish and shrimp deep fried in the beer batter in the oven on warm. Now this is for the po' boy. So I got the bun toasted, and now we need to make a mayo dressing for the sandwich. And I already did that, and what this is a 1/3 cup of mayonnaise, 1/2 teaspoon to a teaspoon, depending upon your preference, of garlic, fresh garlic, which was minced, and then I take the back of the knife here, and smash it down so it's almost like mush. Potatoes almost, like mashed potatoes, just gets all mushy. And put that in there. Then it's the zest of 1/2 a lemon along with the juice of 1/2 a lemon in there. So we got a lemon, it's almost like an aioli basically, because it's a lemon mayonnaise. And that's gonna go on the sandwich. So we got this going, we'll put this in the fridge to chill. And also, we're making Pico de Gaillo. And what is Pico de Gaillo? Well, Pico de Gaillo is basically like a tomato relish, kind of, sort of, that you put on just about everything, anything that you want to. And this is fresh ingredients. There's no vinegar in there. There's no preservatives or additives or whatever. Just all natural. And so what I did was, actually, Pico de Gaillo literally translate. It means rooster's beak. I think when you got the rooster's beak, you're going to be eating a rooster's beak here. Like, all I could think of is raising chickens when we were kids, and the roosters, oh my God, there's mainly hens, but once in a while you get a rooster in there. Oh my God, I could just think of, ew, eating the beak of the rooster, how gross. That's what it means, Pico de Gaillo, the beak of the rooster. Anyway, what this is here, it's very simple to make. I have 2 tomatoes, and they're medium-sized tomatoes. And you can use the whole tomato. When you get to the butt ends, just cut that up. And you want to dice this up really tiny, you know, to like 1/4 to almost a 1/8-inch dice. You want real tiny dices, real mincy. You can go like a quart at the largest if you want. But you want the object is to have tiny tomatoes, so you can get a lot of them on there. And then you want, preference again, how much cilantro you want in there. I did like ripped off the end of the cilantro and I just diced that all up. I want to say approximately 2 tablespoons, depending upon, your taste, how much you like. Because people either like it or they hate it. There's no in between with cilantro. And so if you want to put a lot in there or a little, it's up to you. And then I did about a tablespoon of minced white onion, because we want a more pungent flavor. So we have the tomato, the garlic, onion, and then a jalapeno pepper. Now, you probably all know how to do a jalapeno pepper, cut it in half. Take out the seeds, just take your knife, and like a little paring knife, and just go along it like that. Make a U shape, follow the inside of the shell, and the whole membrane of seeds will come out. Now, if you're gonna do a lot of these, I'd wear gloves, because anything you touch, you're gonna burn, so watch it. It's gonna burn your skin, so just watch what you're touching, especially men going to the bathroom. It'll burn you, believe me, I've done it. It's not pretty. But then you take and put in your jalapeno pepper, dice that up really tiny. You want that really minced tiny, and mix that in with here. And then you throw this in the fridge and let it sit and marinate for a while. Now what I did, this is a little trick. As I was diced up my tomatoes, I had one of these microwave dishes, you get with your vegetables and stuff. I just put the tomatoes in here when they're done dicing, boom, and it starts draining right away, so you don't have all that excess juice. So you can have a little thicker tomato-y, Pico de Gaillo, rather than being real watery. It depends on the type of tomato you get, Romas are gonna be thicker, regular beefsteak tomatoes be thicker. Sometimes you get tomatoes that are just pure water, so you wanna drain them if you can. It all depends on the type of tomato you have and your preference, blah, blah, blah. You know how that goes. So, now we got all that done. So, the other thing we're gonna be making then too are going to be fish tacos, which, seafood tacos you can say, because we're gonna be doing the tilapia and shrimp in there too. Now you can do just all fish if you wanted to, or the combination of fish and shrimp, which I'm doing. Or like I said, you can just do the plain fish that you want. God, I wish I had some fresh fish that Dad caught. When we were kids. We had walleye, the yin yang. Now it's like when you don't get it, it's like you miss it, At the time it's like, I can't stand it and everything else, because you got it all the time. But now it's like, God, I would die for some fresh fish. Anyway. So that's for that part. Now we're gonna take and make some romaine lettuce and just cut off the tip. That's usually bad, runny, whatever, rotten. And then you can just cut off the tip, the beginning of the end. And what you do, cut lengthwise down the middle. Now it just depends on how much you want to make. What you do is you want to roll this tight so that you got all the leaves together. If you use them, these seem to be more like hearts that are in the package. So if you got the leafy, widespread leafy romaine, just roll it up real tight, like a big cigar. Roll it up real tight. And then we're going to take and make very, very thin slices. Let me just zoom in here. So then we're just going to take, let me just begin an angle here more. We're just making really paper thin slices. And this is called chiffonade. And what that is just the French name for the technique of making your romaine very thin. And this is really popular in most of your restaurants. They serve romaine on sandwiches or in salads. In salads, a lot they'll take, your romaine and just chop it up into bigger chunks. But in sandwiches, because you don't want to get a big chunk of leaf lettuce in your mouth, you just chiffonade it. And then you got all this nice fine shredded lettuce. And that's wonderful. This would be perfect for your tacos, for the po' boys, for the bottom of your bread, of your hoagie, rather than having a big long leaf. This makes it just prettier. So then I'll just take and chiffonade this other half. And as you're cutting, if you keep your thumb under, you're not going to cut it. I've done that too many times in the restaurant business. And after years of practice, trial and error, and hurting myself, you learn to keep that tucked in. Okay, now that's gone. So what's having a sandwich without having some coleslaw? We got the Pico de Gaillo, so we got that to go with the tacos. So with the sandwich, you gotta have some coleslaw, right? So we'll get our head of cabbage here, and let's see. I don't have a family of 4 or 8 or whatever, so I'm not going to make 1,000,000 gallons of it. You know what I'm saying? I just want to do a small amount, but I'll eat it once it's made. Believe me, I love coleslaw. But anyway, cut it in half right to the core, and then we'll take and cut the core out. And then I'm just gonna cut this in quarters. It's a little thick. And I'll wrap this up in saran wrap, put that back in the fridge, and get out my new toy, my food processor. You know, the one I slashed my thumb off of? I'll be right back. All right then, so then I got my shredder blade in there. Boy, this really has a safety feature on it. How are you supposed to get that going in there? Little bit, 2 carrots. Okay, that just whips it right up. Now, I have my carrot and cabbage. And then I'm going to put in, about a tablespoon of Splenda. You can use sugar if you want to. I just try to stay away from myself, me being diabetic and all. And put in your mayonnaise. How much? Well, depends on, how you like it. You can always add more, but you can't take it out once you put it in. So if you put in too much, you're gonna have real soupy coleslaw. And I've learned that from experience. Everybody has. But the thing is, this start out, it may be dry a little bit. You can always add more. But the thing is, you want to let it rest for about 15-20 minutes. Salt and pepper to taste. And the juices will start forming then if you let it rest. I'm doing about a teaspoon of salt and about a little half teaspoon of pepper. Personal preference. You can do a little or a lot. That's a lot of my granny cooking, Handful of this, handful of that, pinch of this, pinch of that. Well, how much is that? Well, it depends how big your hands are. And then we'll just blend these together. You just want to make sure that you just get everything all moistened, because the cabbage, when it sits now, is going to weep, so it's going to get runny. And if you have too much mayonnaise, then we're going to have a soupy mayonnaise, or coleslaw, I mean. We'll just toss this together. Now, some people like to put in a little vinegar. That's fine too. What that does, gives it a different flavor, but by having the addition of vinegar, it'll make the shelf life on your coleslaw last longer, because vinegar is a preservative. It's the same way with potato salad. How they say, be careful, you gotta keep it chilled. You can't have it on picnics, because it's gonna spoil, get food poisoning, blah, blah, blah. Well, if you have vinegar in it, you won't. Same way with coleslaw. The vinegar will help as a preservative. And that makes it safe then to eat it at room temperature. Not that you want to, because I love to have a cold. But now you can see this is all coming together. See? And if I just let it sit a while, it's going to get even a little more moist. And if you need to add a little bit more mayonnaise, so be it. But you just want to get it mixed together first, and then just stick this in the refrigerator so that it has a chance to chill up. Clean that. Clean that. Have had different experiences with saran wrap clings, you know, and then generic types don't, and some just slide off. This is a really good one. This is the Essential. I think that's a generic one. But this one just clings too. It's just like, oh, wow. So you gotta be careful because then you get all the folds, you can't unfold it. So we'll put this in the fridge now and let this chill. Okay, so now we got the production line ready to put together. So let me just zoom in a little bit so you can see what we're doing. Okay, first for the po' boy. I got my toasted hoagie bun here. And we're gonna start out first with some of the lemon mayonnaise here. We'll spread that on. And like I said, everything is a personal preference. If you want a lot, slather it on. Slaze it on, however you call that. Just put it on thick or thin, whatever. Then we're gonna put on our chiffonade, and that you just put on the bottom. Or, you know, make it sandwich style. Just put that in there. And then we're gonna have some tomato slices to go on top of that. And I had pre-sliced these and put these in the fridge too, so that it just gets most of the juice off. Then we're just gonna take and alternate with tilapia and shrimp. We'll put that down. And I'm just gonna make sure that we have the tails off. I like to eat the tails. But you know, you can just pop those right off too. And just alternating with fish and shrimp. Now the beer batter, like I said, with the lemon kugel shandy, spring summer shandy, that is just a wonderful flavor because it has a lemon in it, and that's what we have in our sauce is the lemons. It's almost like a lemon aioli. And then this gets crunched together. Which I'm gonna take, I know I got them here somewhere. I'm just gonna take a skewer and just break this in half. And then that way, that's gonna help hold that sandwich together. Oh, remember Callie's like the word sandwich? Say the word sandwich and she started drooling. Oh my Lord, she just drool. I was like, oh. So you knew what a sandwich was. And then we'll just take and cut this in half. Now, put that apart. Ooh, looks good. Ooh, can't say the word. Put that facing forward there. And then the other one then will be the seafood tacos. And with that, we'll put the chiffonade also on the bottom of our taco. Along with our little Pico de Gaillo. Now, you know, you can put this on top, you can put this on bottom, however you want to do it. I just kind of like to have the cold to cold and hot to hot. And then we just can put in a little piece of shrimp and our tilapia. And I just might just take and just put a little sprinkle more just on top here, just to give it a little more presentation of looking a little pretty, a little colorful. And that Pico de Gaillo is just wonderful with the onion, the jalapeno, and the cilantro. It just gives it a nice, colorful presentation there. So let me just put in another one here. These are so simple to make. It might be a little time-consuming prepping everything, but when you put it together, it's very simple and very easy. And in fact, you could take and put this taco part together on a taco bar, especially if it comes this summertime and springtime, whatever, if you're outdoor grilling and stuff, because this would be perfect for the picnics. And you just can make all this ahead of time and just put it in little Rubbermaid made containers. Take that to the park with you, sit at your table, and then just open these up for everybody so that they all can, make their own. And that makes a wonderful, and that gives them something to do. It's kind of fun for kids to do. And everybody likes to make their own because then they heap it on and just pour on whatever they want to, as much as they want to. You know how that goes. And just a little bit more of that Pico de Gaillo is just wonderful. Oh, God, is that good. I haven't had that since last summer. And again, let's put a little piece of the tilapia and another shrimp. Or, you can just do all fish or all shrimp, all personal preference, however you want to do that. This way you get a little taste of both. Let's put a little bit more on there. Go. And let's put a little bit on the sides here for a little garnish. Put this up here so you can see it better. Tip that up. And just put a little extra tomato on the outside. Just to make that look pretty. In fact, I can just take and put on. And let's put that on the side there. And then people can just squeeze a little fresh lemon onto your sandwich if you need to. So let me just clean this up a little bit and then I'll get, oh, almost forgot. Gotta put the coleslaw on. All right, then here's our finished product of our tilapia and shrimp day at the Northwoods Cooking Show. We have the po' boys with a wonderful shrimp and fish inside, along with the mayonnaise, lemon sauce, and chiffonade of the romaine. And I did tomato slices in that, whereas in the tacos we did pico de gallo, which was just a very simple diced tomatoes, jalapenos, cilantro, and onion. Mix that together and we just put our shrimp and fish in there. Then with little leftovers, I just put that inside, along with a wonderful coleslaw, which is great. And just a little lemon on the side and tomatoes for a little extra garnish. And if people want, they can just squeeze the lemon onto that. So I hope you enjoyed today's treats. Ooh, yummy, yummy, can't wait to dig into this. And so if I want to say from the Northwoods Cooking Show, healthy eating, be safe, and spread the sunshine. Bye-bye.